Stranded Deep. Miles, what's going down, man? Yeah, I did, but that game's garbage, personally, in my opinion. I think it's a great looking game. I think when it's finished, it might be good. But Square Enix basically sold us a project for them to survive off of. Great question, Miles from Facebook reads. Yeah, and they haven't even given us a solid update. That's how trash that game is. No offense. Don't sit there and wipe your ass and think it's clean when it's really not. Square Enix, you sold us something that should have given to the community for $30. It basically was the escape of Midgar. That was so much garbage. Like, I expected to at least get to Vincent or at least get to the Golden Saucer. Now they're talking about how they have no clue how many segments it's going to take, so this could turn into a COD project where $180 later we're all basically bailing them out. And I was cool with maybe 1 or 2 segments at best. But the only reason what saved me from like not really caring too much was I had a really badass freaking like Cloud Strife and like motorcycle, which was kind of worth the money for it. But otherwise, that game is full of bugs right now. I think there's just a lot of people that are reliving their nostalgia, myself included, because like when it's good, it's good. But when it's bad, you're just sitting there going like, so why are we sitting here over a month and a half and you haven't patched shit? Like, I get the whole stay-at-home thing, Square Enix, but you are obligated to, in order to help your game rise when people paid good money for it. If not, then don't release it. So what you basically should did. Oh wait, you couldn't, because if you waited too long, you would have lost the investors and the hype would have died, and you know damn well that you would have been in deep water. So that was kind of like my whole issue with that. Like, again, I think it looks amazing. It's kind of like, but there is a lot of like portions where I kind of see that it needs to be fixed, even with like the shading graphics. Kind of like it was like the beginning of where was it? Oh, cool. Shark's growing up. I'm so proud of it. Well, see, that's what scared me, is that they don't know. They openly admitted about like 3 weeks ago that they're like they're talking about roadmaps, and then they got busted out, and that's when they just came out with a roadmap that made no sense at all. And I was just like so pissed, and I was just like, this is why you push back freaking like the Avengers game, because you're trying to basically do this. But the reality is, this is exactly where Square Enix screwed the hell up, and this is on them, not the gamers. I wouldn't feel less bad. This is like exactly the whole premise what ended up happening to the Bay Bridge. Like, people realized we invested money into people, and then they realized, oh shit, we invested into the wrong people and they did a bad job. Oh shit, how do we bail ourselves out of this? The taxpayers, and in this thing, the game players. We got screwed. Because basically what they did is they hired one team in order to do it, and it didn't live up to their standards, which they should have did their backwards homework in order to actually physically say, oh, hey, this team actually can develop the product we actually want. Instead of them going like, oh, hey, this will work. This is profit. No, okay, you know what? You should have took a step back from the day that you actually wrote a really good video game when you were called Square Enix, not Square Soft. Oh, wait, no, that's backwards, because that's when you were good. Because you basically took, like, what was it, a $3 million loan back in the day. That was huge. Back in 1996, that was huge. $3 million was like breaking the banks in order for them to re-engineer a game that was completely revolutionized, and it told a tale, a fantasy rather. That's what their damn, like, freaking job is, not just to give us COD. They're worse than Activision in this bullshit. But, like, the whole point that I'm getting at, long story short, is that they were basically hired the wrong people, and we had to pay for them to restaff, and they trashed a lot of the other stuff, and that's why it's on delay when it didn't hit its actually dead marks. So I think the game, yeah, it might be something where it's good, but if they had just stuck to their roots like back in the day, took a risk, took all the money out, hired the best, and did that, they would have saw something that was groundbreaking, that shed its like portion in like the classics that was instantly. I don't think that this game will hit instant classic until it's completely finished, and it's only $60. So, and we're looking at maybe like, for best, maybe 7 years, knowing like the way Square or whatever the hell they want to call themselves in the near future. So, I don't know. I get really salty about that because it's just like, you know, I got my money out of it and I know I can get money out of it, but for my community members and people that like, you know, like really excited and they, you know, wasted like $100 or something on like something that's just not as good. I mean, shit, look at Final Fantasy, like kind of doesn't have a good running record right now. If you really think about it, look what ended up happening to the very last Final Fantasy that came out. Like they had a, what was it, a quarrel with their writers, and that's why I believe 15 was never really truly finished. The DLCs in itself was like, it was really just, I just noticed like the chroma key is turned up a little too high on this, making my hair look like it's all like sparkly effect. My hair's not normally like that. Yeah, that should be fine. Anyways, so yeah, that's my rant on this, but I'm definitely loving this. How's everyone doing? The air combat needs work. Oh, what the hell just beat me? Get your ass beat. Like a damn shark, son. But yeah, also, if you notice Barrett's system, when he's firing, he'll have a dead eye. And what I mean by that is that sometimes it won't exactly... Oh, well, he breached, just like an orca whale. Good job, buddy. But yeah, they have a whole system where his lock-on is kind of garbage and you have to switch over. Also, a lot of the boss's AI is not really good. But and again, I'm not trying to blame everything on that. That also goes down to Sony giving us a shit freaking update and then just sitting on it. Like, I expected a 5.1 a long time ago with their 7 variation, but instead we're sitting here wondering what's happening with Sony. So it's like, I almost want to start agreeing with people with this is kind of a BS update because they're trying to scare people to buy a PlayStation 5 when it comes down to it, because if out of nowhere we look at pre-orders and like we're looking at a trash update and out of nowhere right after pre-orders go up and like they reveal the PlayStation 5, you know, and like also they get a good chunk of change in order for their investment staff in order for them to feel happy in the stock market. Also, you're looking at a better ESP report, and that expense report will basically compute to people actually surviving another quarter in this kind of crazy ass economy. And if they pull that, that's shady as shit. That's hella shady, because basically you're buying time and utilizing us in order to basically invest into it because you're making your system feel like it broke. In reality, it's not. I don't know. I just, there's a lot of weird things that are happening right now in the gaming market that I'm starting to notice. But it is a whole new world, the same situation. But you know, this situation was happening a long time before Square Enix started, so they have no excuse. Not yet. Man, I remember when mine was just a little pup. This game is so much fun. It doesn't take a lot. Whoa. Alright, let's make this one special, shall we? Jump and feasting!
What?
Wow, you're protected by this.
No. Who knows what primal instinct drives us? Sophisticated wildlife management has never been a priority in Port Clovis. And so, amateur hour begins.
Steady now.
Uh-oh.
Where the hell that fish swam off to?
Okay, what's going on with the controls of this thing? Oh, this is trash. This game has an excuse though. It's day one material, so like I give everything with day one a little bit of the bone. There we go. Nom noms, Hunter. I think what's happening, and I just noticed it, is I think it has a stupid lock-on system that I might have to look at when I'm trying to target them, and it's just not working. Basically, I'm smarter, and then the AI is just like, oh, okay, I'm smarter, and I'm like, no, you're a fucking dumbass, because you keep fucking with my goddamn, like, kills. No offense, AI, you're a piece of shit. Back off and let the professionals game. I don't understand this whole market of why people out of nowhere were like, I don't need to game. I just want to sit here and seem really cool in front of my friends. It's not gaming, man. Come on. Gosh, great Scots. Gaming is picking up a controller and developing hand-eye coordination skills in order to actually do something in the world. It actually does develop your brain quite well. So I don't understand why people are so scared about trying to become a little smarter and having fun. I mean, I do fairly understand that there are kids, you know, like kids get the, you know, the ultimate, like, well, you know, the training wheels, the bowling alley type situation. But if you're a grown-ass adult and you still got the bumper wheels on in gaming, I'm really happy my fish survived.
I know it. Anybody got a good set of needle-nose pliers? Probably right under me.
Another shark hunt draws to a close.
Anybody else see that? Yeah, a breeze would be nice.
Using it as a shield.
A successful shark hunt is traditionally celebrated with off-brand cinnamon whiskey and large quantities of pseudoephedrine.
Shark assignment on Dead Horse Lake? Who wants a nice, juicy bounty?
Oh, what the hell? Their lock-on system needs a lot of help.
It seems Port Clovis has forgotten all about its rogue shark, for now.
Not alone anymore, huh? I really like the way this game plays. Besides the little bit of mechanical fixes and like a lock-on system, for the most part, it's not that frustrating. It just, you gotta know when to pull away when the system's being weird. What are you doing in my place? That'd be funny to like knock over the radioactive line. I really enjoy this like simulator where people are coming with like the kind of just be a shark. They did a good job with the whole game premise. I'll give them that. That thrash one is so cool. Okay, so let's keep up. I like how the shark was just chilling. Okay.
Are bottom feeders, so in eating them, sharks consume quite a variety of revolting and unmentionable things.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, he's still really pissed off at me. Okay, that should be good enough.
A flick of the tail leaves the shark's prey startled and confused.
Damn, that is scary looking but cool at the same time. Oh, this little feller. Hey! Could have just walked away. No, you had to have faith, didn't you?
Once more, the shark turns back to this place of centered calm.
There's gotta be a way in there. Okay, let's see here. There's a big ass alligator we can take care of right over on the corner in a mission.
Appreciate the grant from Sunshine Solutions that made this show possible. We'd also like to remind viewers that mass cloning and gene editing for today's military is safer than ever.
Hey, what's up, Bonnie?
Don't generally care just how much you're slippery. Shark is known to be a voracious, if hardly discriminating, eater. And your insurance provider offers you shark coverage and you pass, then that's on you.
I would be terrified if I saw a shark do that right before, you know, it like ate me.
Eyes and robust physique, the grouper is the very picture of brute strength.
How did they get underneath there? Well, now. Well, apparently the shark doesn't like the two.
The force of a shark's tail can rupture swim bladders and break spines.
It just didn't know how to give up.
As with every feature of its anatomy, the shark's tail is perfectly designed for its unique and fascinating lifestyle. The bull shark spots the glinting scales.
The shark is vicious. The catfish didn't think it was seen.
It's generally believed that a shark never sleeps. have made a home near the retired nuclear cooling towers. This is a great opportunity for the shark to test the theory that exposure to gamma rays gives you superpowers. Displays its capability for infinite savagery. From the moment she's born, the shark's cold, expressionless eyes are constantly on the watch for food.
That was close. The appetite of this shark is nearly insatiable. Okay, so let's see what this leads us to.
Random mutations aren't random. They require large amounts of mutagens as a catalyst.
It almost looked like they was eating that license plate for a second. That's hilarious. Good shark. Huh. I guess you just can't get back to the grotto that easily. Thank goodness they have the fast
A
travel.
quiet space is the ideal stage for the shark to meditate and harness her pure potentiality.
Oh yeah. Nice. My shark's becoming a little bit of a bona fide badass. It's pretty cool. Already in our teens, about that age. All purple stats. I think this is a good way to end the stream. My little fish is growing up. Which, funny enough, actually, a shark is a fish. So it's needless to say, just a very, very, very badass fish in this situation. But I will see you guys and gals in the near future. Stay classy, and I will see you there.